Are you serious? Are you serious? It's getting very serious. World War III. Let's pray to God that's not what's going to happen. But Hawaii is preparing for nuclear attack from North Korea amid the soaring world tensions. Hawaii has been given warning about a potential nuclear attack from North Korea by giving instructions on what to do in the event of the siren warnings. Matter of fact, the University of Hawaii sent an email to all students detailing the decisive action that could be taken in the event of a nuclear attack on the United States' closest state to North Korea. The email reads this, quote, "In light of concerns about North Korea's missile test, state and federal agencies are providing information about nuclear threats and what to do in the unlikely event of a nuclear attack and radiation emergency." North Korea, of course, palpable nuclear threat has been demonstrated further from the subject of the email. They didn't want to put that in there. Instead, it reads, "in the event of a nuclear attack." And it doesn't, okay? Now, the director of communications there at the University of Hawaii has stated that in the hindsight, he wished he had put the email, should have been reworded by stating the last thing he wanted to do was cause any unnecessary concern, but he didn't put that in the email. He was too focused on making sure these students understand that in case there is a nuclear attack, here's what they need to do. The contents of the email give information on how to deal with the Kim Jong-un's nuclear threat by informing students on where to take shelter. What? I mean, this is how serious it's getting. When you have the major university telling the students, we could be under imminent attack, nuclear attack, here's what we'll need to do. Hawaii seems, though, a very likely target in the event of a nuclear war due to the state's close proximity to the isolated hermit nation of North Korea. And the email comes at a time when leaders like Kim Jong-un and Donald Trump find themselves fiercely locked in a war of words. So, folks, it's getting ugly now. The president recently stated that North Korea is making fools of the U.S. negotiators and that only one thing will work in dealing with North Korea. And the United States president tweeted, "Presidents and their administrations have been talking to North Korea for 25 years. Agreements made and massive amounts of money paid. Hasn't worked. Agreements violated before the ink was dry. Making fools of U.S. negotiator. I'm sorry," he said, "but only one thing will work." Now, we're going to keep a close eye on all of this. We know Jimmy Carter has offered to North Korea that if they would like, he'd be willing to come to North Korea. He would be willing to go there, sit down with Kim Jong-un, and maybe work out a peace treaty between the United States and North Korea. But that he also would be telling Kim Jong-un that he would have to denuclearize. He would have to lay down his nuclear program. I don't see that happening, folks. I really don't. We're living in a dangerous time. And so pray for one another. Pray for the United States of America. Pray for the entire Korean peninsula. Folks, we've got men and women in uniform, close to 35,000 of them in South Korea and close to 40,000 in Japan. So the threat of nuclear war is absolutely imminent if something doesn't change soon. The president has already called his generals into the war room and the John F. K. conference room there in the White House. And the talk and the strategy for war continues. Pray, would you? Give your life to Jesus Christ. Are you serious? Because we're living in the last days.